What we need is to be able to move the mouse through the tabs and change the states of the navigation without having to collapse them fully, just resize them with a nice slide up or down effect until they reach the specific height. Each tab has a different sub-navigation, and we need to be able to mouse over it while being visible, but also hide it when the cursor is not over the tab or the dynamic panel. Also, we need to keep the mouse over effect on the tab while the cursor is over the sub-navigation. Therefore, we will need an extra interaction style for the tabs, the selected state. There are a couple of ways to do this, and we could try using conditions such as if cursor is over area of widget or enters, leaves, etc. The problems with this cursor dependent conditions is that we could need extra widgets such as hotspots that would need these conditions and will make the prototype way too heavy in interactions. And if we are not very careful, we might override a lot of them. My preferred method is to take advantage of the nearby containers and put them to use. So let's get started. The first thing we need to do now is remove the hide drop-down menu animation, as the sub-navigation clearly doesn't have to be hidden all the time. Be sure to remove it from all the tabs. But we will still need to hide it in some situations, so on the header element as well as on the main container image, we will put these interactions. On mouse enter on the header widget, search for the bean blends and brewing label and set it to a non-selected state. Do the same for the rest of the label widgets and set them to not selected. Then set the action of hide drop-down menu dynamic panel with a slide up animation that lasts 200 milliseconds. Now copy the actions from the onMouseCenter event on the header image and paste them onto the mouse center event on the Starbucks image widget. As you can see, I chose to set the selected state of all the labels to false here, so we just need one case to set them to the normal state. Now we need an extra interaction style for the tab navigation, the selected state, so we will have to add it to all of the buttons. Right-click on the coffee tab shape and choose Interaction Styles. Click on the selected tab, check Font Color and set it to hex code 71B43A. Set the fill color to black and click OK. Now choose the menu tab and do exactly the same. The same goes for Coffee House, Responsibility, Card, and Shop tabs. The drop-down menu dynamic panel is on top of the main container, so we can make use of the add case functionality so that we can correlate the dynamic panel state to the selected state of each and every tab navigation item. So, on mouse center on the dynamic panel, we add the following cases. If state of drop-down menu dynamic panel equals coffee, then we set selected of coffee tab to true and selected of beans, blends and brewing to true also. Now we add another case in which we say if the state of this panel is menu, then we set selected of menu tab to true and selected of drinks, food and nutrition to true also. Then we do the same for the remaining cases, so that we cover all of the states in which the dynamic panel can be in. Also, in the drop-down menu dynamic panel, we will select the onMouseOut event by clicking on the More Events link at the bottom of the Widget Interactions pane. We will set all of the tabs and the labels to Not Selected. Now let's preview the prototype in the browser to see what we got. It seems it behaves as expected, so here is an easy way you can do a proper menu by using as little widgets and interactions as possible. By using only two types of interactions, we managed to create powerful animations and a prototype that doesn't break due to overriding interactions.